Therizinosaurus. Now, the Therizinosaurus has recently gained more fame and popularity through the Jurassic World Dominion series. However, I'm not here to talk about that or compare it to that film. I'm doing this video because I have a model of this dinosaur and I think this is a very colossal and somewhat interesting dinosaur to talk about. So let's get into it. Now, this is Therizinosaurus, or Therizinosaurus caloniformis. Now, this means scythe lizard. So this absolute beast of a dinosaur was originally discovered in 1948 at a Mongolian field expedition, I believe. However, its genus was only determined later on, and I think it was 1954, and it was only known from a few bones, and that was obviously these colossal finger bones and claws and a few hind limbs as well. Now, this dinosaur was absolutely colossal, as I've said. This could grow up to 9 to 10 meters in length. So what is that? Around 30 to 34 foot long. And then in height, 4 to 5 meters, or 13 to 16 foot tall. Now that in itself is absolutely astonishing, and it could grow up to 5 to 5.5 tons. Sorry, weigh from 5 to 5.5 tons. Now, this is obviously intimidating looking by the looks of these claws. Now, these could grow up to 1 meter long. Now, I'm not talking about the finger and the claw. I'm talking about just the claws. So you'd have the finger and then the claw. That claw could grow up to 1 meter long in itself. Now, you would look at this dinosaur and think, well, look at it. This must have hunted other dinosaurs and used the very, very large claws to hunt prey, wound them, and feed on them. Well, actually not. So, despite it being a theropod, which is extremely rare for a herbivorous dinosaur, that's right, this is a herbivorous dinosaur, which by fact existed around 70 million years ago, towards the late Cretaceous period. Yes, and this was a herbivore. And another thing that gives it away, get it in there, it's got a beak, more like a bird. So there you have it, a theropod dinosaur that isn't a carnivore, it's a herbivore. So this would have ate plants and vegetation most of all, and the purpose of these huge finger claws would have been to grasp and cut down leaves and vegetation. And obviously they would have been used in self-defense if the Therizinosaurus was ever hunted on by a carnivorous dinosaur or another Therizinosaurus. So these also could have been a display of dominance, which dinosaurs would have used when trying to gain a mate. It's very common that two male members of a species would fight and try and win over the female. Now, I am referring to 70 odd million years ago in the Cretaceous period. This was common practice. We see it in the animal kingdom today. So, yes, that's why I used the terms male and female. Now, one thing that's always been questioned is if dinosaurs were feathered. Now, Therizinosaurus, there is evidence, and it is displayed on this model, that it was feathered or partially feathered. So in this model, it's depicted on the tail, and we do have it on the forearms here, the feathers. So Therizinosaurus could have been partially feathered, and you know, birds are the closest relatives to dinosaurs, and that is showed here, especially with this beak. Now, as I've said, the Therizinosaurus has gained more popularity through the film Jurassic World Dominion. However, I hope that leads people to, you know, get inspired and think they'll learn a lot of new names from this film, and they'll seek out more information on the internet, and it might even get them into dinosaurs and, you know, wanting to know more about the history, because a lot of people just think dinosaurs and they think of kids' toys, kids' films, but in reality, when you think about dinosaurs, they existed some around, you know, 200 million years ago, and we are still dwelling upon their remains and fossils and talking about them. Will that happen with humans millions of years after we go extinct? I don't know. Probably not. We cause too much trouble. But these brilliant, fantastic creatures that we call dinosaurs, we will never stop talking about them and looking at them. I mean, this is just a model, but look. Look how impressive and colossal that is. A lot more impressive than any politician, actor, famous person, rich person. You know, let's talk dinosaurs all day. Don't watch the news. Watch a dinosaur documentary. So, that's the Therizinosaurus. Now, I did record another video on the Therizinosaurus, which was 40 minutes long, and I think I've rambled on a bit too much. People probably would have lost a bit of interest. So I've narrowed this down a little bit to try and make it a bit more viewer friendly. So yeah, Therizinosaurus. Let's have a look. So there you have it, the Therizinosaurus. Now, as I said, I did literally make another video of doing the same thing, presenting the Therizinosaurus, and it kind of dragged on for 15 minutes. So I've redone it, I've cut it, I've managed to trim it in half and just give the most important information regarding this dinosaur. So if you're new to dinosaur facts, and you only know like the household names, I didn't want to bore you with all of the paleontological terms. So there you go, the Therizinosaurus, one of its kind. And there are other dinosaurs that look similar to the Therizinosaurus, like Dinochirus or Olichosaurus, but they're of a different genus, but they do look very similar. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please check out my other dinosaur videos. I don't just talk about dinosaurs on this channel, I talk about mythical creatures, cryptid creatures, and strange phenomena. So if any of that floats your boat, please subscribe to this channel and just maybe share videos you like with your friends. I am also quite avid amateur photographer, so follow me on Instagram to see my images. And yeah, any subscribers are really appreciated. I was going to do a 200 subscriber kind of like shout out thank you for all the people who subscribe, but I'm now nearly on 270 subscribers, so I'm going to wait a bit longer and maybe do one for 300. So if there's any dinosaurs you would like me to talk about or mention in this channel, or at the moment I only have 2 papo models. I have the Therizinosaurus and Baryonyx, which is upstairs. So if you've got any recommendations of what papo model you think I should get next, and then talk about it on this channel, then let me know, and I will try and make that happen. So there we have it. I hope you have a great day, and please stay safe, and watch dinosaur documentaries, or documentaries like Loch Ness Monster. Don't watch the news, don't read newspapers, because it's not very great at the minute in the world, which is why I like doing this YouTube channel, because I just geek out about the things that I actually love and that I'm really interested in, rather than worrying about electricity and gas and all the awful stuff that you see. So yeah, stick to dinosaurs and stick to Nessie and you'll be fine. So stay safe.